right. Well, welcome to the Feral and Unfiltered podcast. I'm Cat Jack.
And I'm Red.
I used your actual name that time.
Yeah.
No weird names.
No weird names.
You're ready.
I was ready.
I gotta keep you guessing. Oh my goodness. Well, it's another week. It's another episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have something I wanted to talk to you about today.
What is it?
Encounters with actual insane people.
Not just your typical, run-of-the-mill insane person.
Yeah, not just
like the one at the grocery store.
No, where you're just like, nobody believes that your husband was abducted by aliens, honey. He left you. Like, no, I'm talking like actual dangerous, insane people.
Okay.
I encounter the same ratio of crazy people out in this rural community that you do in the city. But for some reason, the people I have encountered in the city are much, much crazier. Did that ever happen to you when you were living in Phoenix?
You know what? If it happened, I don't remember.
It didn't leave an impression?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll come up eventually. Like at 3 in the morning, like when I'm asleep, like, yeah, that I'll just record that.
Well, when I was living in Las Vegas, I've had just so many jobs, just like like so many jobs. And one of the jobs I had was I worked in behavioral therapy and working with kids with autism, kids with behavioral impactions, FAS kids, special needs people. And I was on my way to work
You're a saint.
No, not at all. I quit because I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do that for longer than 2 years? That's super hard work. If you know any RBTs, give them a hug because they need it. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
They are not okay.
I didn't quit the kids, if I'm being honest. I quit the parents.
Yeah.
I said what I said. And I meant it. But anyway, I was on my way to work, and there are a group of women with their car, like they've got me blocked into my parking spot in my apartment building with their Chrysler Pacifica.
Specific. Okay.
I always am. And they're out just, talking and chit-chat, and they've got me blocked in. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that, like, they look like they're going to be done with their conversation and they're going to get in their car and go away, right? And so I'm like
a normal person.
Yeah, I'm putting my backpack with all my teaching materials. I'm kind of like making a little bit of a show, like I'm clearly getting ready to go.
Right.
And I get in and I start my car, and they're just still there. And I wait for like a good 2-3 minutes with my car running. Mm-hmm. And finally I get out of my car and I'm like, hey, can you guys maybe let me out of my parking spot? And they go, yeah. And and just put me off, like, yeah. And I'm like, no, I have to go to work. And now I'm getting pissed.
Right.
I'm like, I have to fucking go to work. I need to go. And she's like, yeah. And does it again. And I'm like, hey, other people have jobs. I am on my way to work. You need to let me out of my parking spot. And then whoever is clearly the ringleader of this group of 3 women, like, turns, and I watched like the shadow come over her face of, oh shit, this is about to immediately escalate and get violent. Jeez. And she runs at me, like, crosses the distance between me and her incredibly quickly. I don't know what else to do because I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Right.
And I jump into my car and freaking lock the door. And she's banging on my window. Fuck you, you fucking bitch, you fucking cunt. And is just letting me have it like I did. Like, they have me blocked into my parking spot. And I take out my phone and I pretend like I'm filming. Like, I'm so razzled at that point, like I can't actually get the camera app open. Mm-hmm. But I pretend like I'm filming. Because if you want to make a crazy person or a violent person stop what they're doing, a camera is going to do you a lot more good than a gun. Right? Like, there are some people who be like, fuck you, do it, bitch, like, shoot me. But a lot of, like, nobody wants their picture taken when they're acting out of pocket. Like, nobody wants that, right? And she's like, what the fuck? I don't give you my permission? And I don't give you my permission. Like, while she's got me barricaded and she's banging on the window of my Saturn Ion. Like, man.
I just need to go to work.
But the reason I wanted to tell you the story is it lives in my brain forever. Not because of the, like, it was a traumatic experience or whatever,
It's just one of those things.
No, it's what she said at the end. Because she's like, it's clear that they're going to stop, right? And her friends are like, they're her hype man. They're like, yeah, get her, bitch.
I didn't even see this.
You messed with the wrong girl. And yeah, they were just like about like, fuck me, apparently, because I'm trying to go to work. But she goes, you know what? You ain't even worth it. And then she says, fuck you and God bless, you maniac white bitch. Hang on.
Wait,
let's
what?
unpack this. Fuck you, obvious, right? Fuck you, fine. Fuck me, but whatever, fuck you. We've all said fuck you. Said it 4 times just now. And God bless, you maniac. I'm the maniac. She's banging on my window trying to beat my ass. You maniac white bitch. You ready for the twist? We were all white. Look, hang on.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But remember how the story started?
Sure.
I'm in the parking lot of my apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch is my neighbor.
No.
Yeah. And my lease is not up for another 18 months. So we're definitely going to see each other again.
Man, did you like go to the managers or something?
No, this was a really sketchy neighborhood in Las Vegas. This is a week after that friggin' decapitation. Did I ever tell you about the decapitation?
No.
So again, on my way to... Okay, so we'll set that story aside. If you've ever had a crazy person shout something at you that was so insane that it lives in your head rent-free forever,
you should tell us.
Please let us know. Mm-hmm. And tell me in the comments down below, because fuck you and God bless you, maniac white bitch. Yelled at me by another white lady is some of the craziest shit I have ever heard.
Was she like Mormon or something with the fuck you but God bless? That seems pretty...
I do not know. I have no explanation. I don't know why this happened. Yeah. I don't know. Anytime I'm in a situation that is incredibly uncomfortable or dangerous, and I've been in a lot of them, I always have to ask myself, what is my role in this situation? Mm-hmm. Because there's no such thing, for the most part. Like 99 times out of 100, the quote-unquote victim in a situation, that doesn't mean you deserve it, but you do have a role to play. Mm-hmm. You've invited this behavior somehow. And all I could think is, I was impatient about, maybe I was rude when I was like, hey, you need to let me go to work.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have blocked
No, they shouldn't have. But I'm trying, you got to always examine your own role in the situation. That one, I got nothing, man. I'm like, fuck you and God bless you, maniac white bitch. And I would say it out loud to myself at stoplights and shit. I'd be like at a stoplight, be like, and fuck you and God bless you, maniac white bitch. Huh. Like, and it's, by the way, this happened more than 10 years ago, and it's still with me, man. But back to the decapitation. No, I didn't tell the manager because nobody in this neighborhood cared. Okay. We were, and I'll tell you right where this was. This is on the corner. If you know Vegas, this is Tropicana and Eastern is where we lived. That doesn't mean anything to you, that's fine. It was our apartment complex, then a 7-Eleven, and then right across the street, catty corner, was another 7-Eleven. Not kidding. A 7-Eleven across the street from a 7-Eleven. It's legendary. Now you know where I used to live in Las Vegas, and it was in the university's neighborhood.
It's like a mattress firm right next to another mattress firm.
Very much that vibe. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then there was a bar across the street. Occasionally there'd be shootings over there, only once a week.
Right.
Vegas,
to keep the rent down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
But again, trying to go to work. This is where all the drama was. I should have just not gone to work.
You should have stopped going to work. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to leave, and I'm tired. I hadn't slept almost at all the night before because I'm taking classes online at that point. I've got a lot going on, and I'm just like in my own little world. I'm totally self-involved. I'm on my way to work. Me, I. And there's a bunch of cop cars that have my exit blocked off. Once again, I can't get my car out of my fucking parking lot. And there's a cop just standing there looking bored, holding a cup of coffee.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm like, man, can I go to work? Hello? Anybody? Like, I'm trying to get somebody's, and I don't want to get out of my car and move in the direction of a police officer in Las Vegas because the most dangerous gang in Las Vegas is the cops. If anybody's going to shoot you, it's going to be a police officer. Again, I said what I said. There's no song called Fuck the Fire Department. Fuck the police. Just saying. So I'm like, but I need to go, right? Mm-hmm. And they've got my only exit blocked off. And I'm like, hey, guy, could you tell me I gotta go to work. And he walks over looking all bored. And and I roll down my window, and he leans in, and he was like, oh, yeah, it's gonna be a minute. And I'm like, why? And he goes, oh, all right. So there's another apartment complex right over here the other way. And do you see? And he directs my vision, and I don't know how I missed this. He directs my vision a little bit to the left. And in that one 7-Eleven, parked in the front door of it, is a Ford Escape. that somebody has just driven through the front door
Jeez.
of that. And I'm like, okay, what happened? He goes, well, it looks like one of your neighbors over here, and he's just bored, right? With coffee.
Right.
Looks like one of your neighbors over here, like he cut his girlfriend's head off. It's just,
Jesus.
it is 9 a.m. He cut his girlfriend's head off, and he must have been at it for a while, because he was just, like, covered in her blood. And then he stole her car, which is at Escape, and he got in there just butt-ass naked, and just covered in blood, and drove it through the front door, and then asked them to call the police. And then they did. And now we're here, and it's like kind of, there's glass everywhere, and so it's kind of like a whole scene. You might want to call him and tell him you're going to be a little late for work today. Is that all right? And I was like, yes, sir. You're having a way worse day than me. What in the actual fuck? There's a lot of things I don't miss about the city. The decapitations is definitely one of them. Like, I'm not, like, this is a horrifying story. Right? I'm not making light of this terrible, terrible thing that happened. But that was just one of those moments where I'm like, dude, I can't live here forever. Like, we gotta get the hell out of here. This is insane. And what really drove it home for me, it was the cop's demeanor.
Just so bored.
He was so bored, like it wasn't the worst thing he'd ever seen. Like, it wasn't the worst thing he'd seen that week.
Right. It was a typical, like, Tuesday.
He was like, oh, fuck, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
In the university neighborhood. What?
That's insane.
The things that people are capable of doing to each other never cease to amaze me. But the people that deal with the things that people do to each other, it definitely changes a person. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. So, yeah, that was... You ever live in a really sketchy neighborhood?
Yeah, but not like that. Not like that at all. Like, when I was in Phoenix, it was right by the I-17 and Bethany home. So right next to the hospital. So yeah, there were shootings, but not like that. Not like that. I came home to a bullet in my window once. So yeah, I was like, oh look, the window can open now.
Oh my dumbass. You're like, yay, ventilation.
Yeah. And I would sleep with my face next to the
Oh my god.
And then one time, I think when we went to church, because I grew up in a cult, as you did, but no.
I did not grow up in a cult.
You chose to go into a cult.
I joined a cult on accident that one time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later.
We'll tell that story another
Yeah.
I did not grow up in a cult. I was raised with no religion whatsoever by secular parents who decided that it's not morality if you're only acting right because you're afraid to go to hell.
Yeah.
Or because you desire heaven. Neither one of those is a good reason to do, like, you should do the right thing because it's the right thing, not because of fear of retribution. Then that's not morality.
What?
Yeah. But you were raised by Christians, you poor thing.
I know. And I was also living with my aunt and uncle at the time when I was going to college with 3 cousins that I was raising. So, the house was a mess all the time. So anyways, this Sunday we went to the church, came home, and all the doors were busted through. So I think one window was broken too. But the funny thing was, nothing was stolen. Because the house was so messy that they probably thought someone else broke into it.
Like, this place has already been sacked.
Yeah, like, everyone, we all walked through the door, we're like, huh, I remember this being locked, and I think my uncle got a call from, like, whatever company they use for their security system.
ADT or similar.
Something like that. Yeah, and so we left that early, went home, house was broken into, but nothing was moved, because there was clothes on the floor already, shit was just... The dishes were everywhere, so I think they thought someone else got to that house first, which it wasn't. It was just the kids. And
okay, so you've had that violation of somebody being in your space like that. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, I think that was funny because we all laughed, called the cops, and then went to brunch. We're like, well, that's a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fixed
all the locks and everything, but
so your brush with major crime was, oh, we should go to brunch.
Yeah.
And mine was, fuck you and God bless, you maniac white bitch. And then 2 weeks later, the decapitation.
Yeah.
Seems like a good time for a round of you've done it and I haven't.
Sounds great.
What's on the menu today, Red? Because we got to get out of this topic.
Yeah, that was kind of a downer, eh?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Brandy?
Yeah. Oh, real quick, we haven't had our recurring segment, everyone's favorite. It's called Hi, Brandy. Hi, Brandy! For our literally ones of fan.
I love it. All right, so the you've done it, I haven't is kitchen today.
Okay.
All right, we'll see.
I haven't seen these.
Nope. I have.
Okay.
Obviously. All right, you've done it. Okay. Have you ever been in an inappropriate cooking / situation in the kitchen with like someone you know really well or someone brand new that you just met?
Inappropriate kitchen
Yeah, it
situation.
could be something like you said inappropriately, not like sexual, unless there was.
I was part of a sexy photo shoot in a kitchen once with Zandora LeVay. I think I can find some photos that you could punch in.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a famous hula hooper / Satanist, who's also a model, and she has her whole house done up. I mean, at least back then in Vegas in like 1960s, like pinks and teals and very retro and tiki things and stuff. And she also is a photographer. And so I did a couple of different photo shoots at her house back when I was a fetish model and a dominatrix. I wish I was making that up. Oh, totally true. Well, more of those stories a later date, but I mean, we got kind of inappropriate in the kitchen during the photo shoot because she's pretty. That's what immediately springs to mind when you ask me that question. How about you?
No.
So there, a very successful you've done it. I love it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So there's that.
There is that. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. What have you made from scratch?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
I made bread from scratch. I've made pasta from scratch. I'll make cookies from scratch. Sauce. I'll make anything from scratch. I am a really good cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you made anything recently?
Let's see. Oh, I made you guys beef stroganoff from scratch very recently. I didn't make the pasta, but I made everything else. Yeah.
Nice.
That's and I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm a thick chick because I know what tastes good. I know how to cook. This is not processed foods that have done this. I've done this myself. The best restaurant in Forks is my kitchen. That's the one thing.
That is the one thing that I miss about the city.
I was already a pretty damn good cook, but moving here has definitely made me a better one because the couple of restaurants we have in town, I would never say anything bad about the town that I live in or the restaurants that are here, but...
You know, I do wish we had more variety, though.
I do wish we had more variety. The D&K barbecue is great. There's a guy who'll actually do like 20 hours of smokehouse barbecue and brisket and sausages, and it's all really good. But he only has to open when he feels like it. Mm-hmm. And so it could only be like 1 or 2 days a week. And after that, I mean, if I want to eat it, I got to cook it. So I've had to learn how to cook everything. I can make just about anything from scratch. And I only, because of the autism, I only need to read a recipe once, and then that's it.
Oh, so you don't have to, like, throw the box away, then grab it again?
If I'm making a thing out of a box, that's, like, got better living through modern chemistry rules. Like, there's a whole bunch of science happening in there.
Sure.
And, yeah, I've done that. If I am making something out of a box. We've all done that. But, for making things from scratch, if I need to look up a recipe, I only have to read it once.
Nice.
And then most things you measure with your heart, but that's if we're talking about cooking, not baking.
That's
baking. You have because
like
cooking, you can be creative and stuff. Cooking, it's like, okay, go express yourself, and the rules of baking are remain calm because the dough can sense fear.
Oh shit. You're not wrong.
Like that's how I feel about baking. Oh my God. I'm okay at baking. But. Yeah. So how about you? What have you made from scratch?
I don't. I eat.
We get along great because everything I cook for you, you're like, yep. This is good.
Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I won't try, though. Some people will refuse to cook or bake. I will try it once. I did try to make a pudding once from scratch. It did not work out, remember?
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
It was shockingly bad.
Yeah.
It was that bourbon. She made a bourbon butterscotch pudding.
I tried.
And it was cute that you tried. It was really nice.
I did spend like 4 hours on it.
I felt so bad for you because you worked so
I was like, look what I did. It looks terrible, but we're going to try it.
We did try it. And
you know
we were all like,
No, I remember that night because I think it was you or Rob. You were like, yeah, so what do you think? I was like, this is shit.
Yeah, we wanted to know what you thought first before we said anything. And I was like...
You were so nice to do that, but...
But I will also... So I can enjoy things that I don't like.
Sure.
Because if it's interesting...
It all depended on...
If I can... I don't mind having a bad time if it's in a new way. I'll try.
That's true.
I'll try anything twice. You also brought over a 12-pack of IPAs one time that somebody left at your house.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, because neither one of us like IPAs because we're not Brads or Chads. IPAs aren't good. I'm sorry. If you like IPA, I normally am not going to, yuck anybody's yum, but I'm yucking your yum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make that a
But it was like a variety pack of different IPAs, and they were so bad, but I'm just like, bring me another one. It's going to be bad in a different way.
She will finish the whole drink, even if it's bad. I've never seen anyone do that before in my life.
They were bad in an interesting way that made my brain fizz.
Yeah, and every time you're like, oh, why am I doing this? And then you kept sipping.
I knew why I was doing it. Because it wasn't boring.
I was very entertained.
Anything for the stims.
Yeah.
Anything for the stims. But, yeah, I'm willing to have a bad time if it's in a new way. And I suggest you should be, too. Be open to new experiences. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How many of these are there?
There's a couple more.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, this one. Have you ever grown anything by accident?
Yes. So...
Other than mold?
So there are certain things where once you plant them in your garden, they will come up in weird places. So I planted a planter full of catnip for my cats because they were all up in my other planters, digging up my broccoli, digging up, just rolling in my lettuce greens. Linda is also a squash squisher.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If something about specifically the squashes, any of like the crookneck squashes, if I plant zucchini plants, she wants to squish them squashes. She's like on the plant.
She just
murdering things.
Okay. That is good to know.
We had to have like a garden peace accords agreement. There was a summit. We had to get, the Hague involved, draw up some agreements, and I planted 2 planters, one with cat grass, the cats can eat, and then one with the catnip, and that mostly kept down the squash squishing. Okay. Anyway, so I planted catnip in the yard. And nobody told me that once you do that, every one of your planters is now a catnip planter. The stuff is prolific.
Oh,
so
no.
I have catnip popping up.
Did she pollinate your whole garden?
I don't know what happened.
She being a little busy.
No, but the seeds, when it does go to seed, it makes these little sticky seeds that are very tiny. Okay. And they'll stick to your socks and stuff. They'll stick to the cats. And then if the cats brush them anywhere else, the birds spread them around. Luckily, catnip is very easy to identify. I know what that is.
Right.
Because it smells like catnip. It's like a vague minty smell, but because it is from the mint family, it'll spread.
Right.
So I have that. And then I make my own compost and recycle my own dirt. And that's right, I make dirt. It's good dirt, too. You should want some. But I planted potatoes in a planter. Ran that for a season. Got 30 pounds of Yukon Golds out of it. Fantastic. Thought I harvested them all. I now literally have potatoes coming up in every single thing that I plant. I've got at least one potato plant also coming up in the bottom because if there's even one tiny little seed potato, you now are a potato farmer. You grow potatoes now in absolutely everything. So I grow potatoes on accident a lot.
All the time.
All the time. So the catnip's easy to identify and pull out. The potatoes, I'm like, they put the potatoes down low. I can still grow whatever I'm growing on the top, and then at the end, I still I feel like I end up with free potatoes.
Right.
So even though I didn't grow them on purpose, it's not a nuisance. Those are the things that come to mind. I did get an entire planter of iceberg lettuce heads at the beginning of last season that I did not plant. I've only run iceberg through the garden one time. None of it ran to seed. I never let any of those plants bolt. I have no idea how it happened. but there was like a whole planter full of iceberg lettuce that I didn't plant. And I know I didn't plant it because every time I plant anything, I take notes.
Oh, I know.
Prolifically.
You should see her notes. They're impressive.
They're a symptom of mental illness, is what they are. Call it what it is. But yes, I have grown things on accident before.
All right. I have not.
Did you see this over? You still don't know where the dinosaurs come from, do you?
I do.
Here's another dinosaur.
I already said yes.
They're not proposals.
Yes. Oh my god. So for those of you who don't know, I'm an avid gamer as well. And I play this game called Path of Titans, which is a dinosaur game. And so my Discord group and I will often gift each other dinosaurs, and this one is recently in our Discord group. And
I don't understand it at all.
Not a goddamn thing, but that's okay.
My most recent gamer life was
playing Among Us with us.
Oh yeah, but like for me, gaming on my own, like Super Mario World 2.
Yeah.
On the Super Nintendo system, the gray and purple one. I played the fuck out of that, and then I was out of gaming. Went and got all the jobs. But joining the Discord group is wacky. I mean, talk about Feral and Unfiltered.
Yeah.
These bitches.
Gamer girls are insane.
They're gross. Is what, like, and I know they're, like, probably the first listeners we're going to have are going to be
probably
Brandy. Hi, Brandy. And then the Discord bitches, said with all love and respect.
Of course.
That's our word. We can use it. Step off, dudes. But keeping up with you ladies is...
You know, it is a talent in itself.
Yeah. And I am a connoisseur of fine profanity. But man,
she got thrown into the gaming world so quickly. she's like, I know gross, words, or you said something along the lines of, you guys take it to the next level.
Yeah, like your shit talk is definitely next level. But but I can't be outdone. If you guys are gonna give each other dinosaurs, I'm gonna be better at it. So enjoy this dinosaur. I'm just gonna fill your house with dinosaurs. You can't stop me, and I know you can't throw any of them away.
I'm not going to.
No, you can't. So they're just gonna accumulate.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Better clear some space in the dino den.
Yeah. No, but I will give a shout out to my girls. We got Libby, we got Goaty, we got Maros, we got Femily. Holy shit, she is something else. Oh my god. She recently got banned on one of the games. Yeah. So that's the whole thing.
How do you get banned?
We had some troll follow us around and just be insane about homophobia and all the... He was like 15. So we had an amazing roast sesh for 2 hours, just with this guy, and he could not keep up. He was really pissy at the end of the day because he was.
Men usually are. They're irrational. They're emotional.
This poor
dudes are hormonal.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah. So
that's why you can't have men in positions of power. They're ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So at the end of this roast sesh, we were picking out wedding dresses for Femily.
Good.
And then we went out and found him again. Did a whole wedding ceremony with him.
And she got banned?
Yeah, specifically her.
What do you have to say to get banned?
You just have to get reported by an asshole.
Okay.
And then Rockstar was like, hey, yeah, I guess we're going to ban you for 7 days. It was totally out of left field, so we're going to, like, perma-ban him.
That's funny.
It's great. You should join us on one of our gaming nights.
I don't know how to game.
We'll get the girls in on it, and then we're gonna do something.
I need an adult. We have to film it.
No one's an adult while gaming.
I need adult supervision anyway.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
No, we're gonna have to set up cameras and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. That'll be fun. Cat Jack tries gaming.
It's gonna be great.
It'll be something.
I'm so excited.
We'll see if it makes it into an episode. Do you have anything more in your basket of weird shit to ask me?
Yep. So this segment, let's see. Ooh, have you cooked with someone you can't stand? Or like just, I don't know.
So
I'm trying to think, and
I don't know if I've cooked with somebody that I can't stand, but if I'm being honest, I'm sure I'm the person that somebody else can't stand that they were cooking with.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, I got the tisms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always orbiting in little weird circles. I start a task and then I stop and then I start another task. It all comes together at the end and everything's delicious. But like, I'm a weather event in the kitchen. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. I can't be reasoned with.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in my path, then Lord help you. And so I'm sure I'm the other person. I think like if I'm being honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you got to be honest with yourself about these things. Like, there's certain, like, you got to be real. Just like when we're talking Golden Girls, I'd like to think I'm a Blanche, but I know I'm a Dorothy. Okay. Like, if I'm being honest.
That's great.
It just is. So yeah, I'm sure I'm the obnoxious person in that context. Does that do it for?
I think that does.
For you've done it and I haven't. Kitchen edition.
Nope, we got one more.
Oh, you got one more.
All right, let's. Ooh, have you ever dropped something dangerous, or have you broken anything in the kitchen, like a body part?
I get burned a lot.
Okay.
Because there's usually hot stuff
right
in the kitchen, and I'm this didn't used to happen before the traumatic brain injury, which is it's real. I do have a TBI. In 2012, I was in a really horrific boating accident, and again, story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side of that, a lot of shit got fucked up. My short-term memory got fucked up. I had to like relearn how to do a bunch of things. And for some reason, even to this day, I mean, it's been literally 12, 13 years now. Mm-hmm. It'll be 13 years in October of this year. Even after all that time, only about half the time do I remember to put on an oven mitt before grabbing a hot thing. And so I have been burned so many times on my hands. And every time it's always like, grab it. Oh. And I have this this theory that like stupid should hurt, so I'm never like, oh darn it. I'm like, well, yeah, that's if you grab a thing out of the oven with your bare hands, you're gonna get burned. So yeah, I've been burned a lot of times.
Oh.
I have dropped a casserole dish, like pulling it out of the oven with oven mitts. But
did the bottom like fall out?
Something happened. I think it slipped. I think they were fabric oven mitts is what happened, and it was a glass dish.
Okay.
And it slipped because it was greasy, and it hit my tile floor and exploded. So you have like this casserole that you've been working on all day.
Yeah.
And it's hot and scary, and you're like pulling it out of the oven and you're ready to eat, and now you've got broken glass and a biohazard situation, and
it's not just like glass. It is hot.
It's hot glass.
It is molten glass.
Yeah, molten glass, molten casserole.
Right.
Super. And at that point, you're just like, I'm not even gonna clean this up. I actually thought, I was like, what if I just packed my essentials and abandoned this apartment and this lease? They send me the eviction note if you want to. I'm not even gonna you'll never find me. This is somebody else's problem. I remember having that thought briefly. Like, I didn't act on that thought, but I remember just for a moment being like, I'm gonna quit at everything. I'm gonna change my name. I'm moving to a different city. Like, fuck this. Like, well, I'm bad at everything. Bye. So yeah, it's both. I've been injured, I've broken things. I'll be injured again. I'm gonna break some more shit too. Like, I'm not done. There's
this
like
segment is not done.
Yeah, I didn't learn. The only thing that I learned is that this shit will happen again.
Okay.
That's for sure. How's that?
Good.
This has been You've Done It and I Haven't, Kitchen Edition.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So what do you think? Did we do it? Is that an episode?
Was that an episode?
Did we make a podcast?
I think so. Linda
yeah, Linda's trying to get in the room, so...
That is our cue.
That's our cue to end this. This has been Feral and Unfiltered. Take it again. Take it again. Don't leave this in. You're going to leave it in.
No.
You fucking liar. Lying ass. This has been Feral and Unfiltered. I'm Cat Jack.
And I'm Red.
And we'll see you next Friday. Bye!
Bye.
Yay, we did it!